return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up, first shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, nope, y'all can't copy yet. Glad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Chrome music, I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT and hustling, chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with the back crush. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Now, can I kick it? Thank you, yeah, I'm so damn grateful. I grew up really wanna go fronts, but that's what you get when Wu-Tang raised you. Y'all can't stop me, go hard like I got an 808 in my heartbeat. And I'm eating at the beat like it gave a little speed to a great white shark on Shark Week. Raw, time to go off, gone, deuces goodbye. I got a world to see, and my girl, she wanna see Rome. Caesar make you a believer, nah, I never ever did it for a throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people. Now, sing this song and it goes like, raise those hands, this is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. Learn from that failure, gain humility, and then we keep marching.
Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
So we put our hands up. So we put our hands up.
Let's go. And all my people say, that's right. And all my people say, and all my people say,
Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
You just dropped to the 50. What I have the clearest vision of, where every team, every year, I kind of can see the potential and see the ceiling, and I love laying out the groundwork for just building on that and reaching that potential. And so I don't think there's anything really in life that I see as vividly as I do like a team's potential and team dynamics. So I'd say it just feels like a good niche for me in my life. Wheaton, mainly because I just love the college. So when I'm walking around showing recruits the campus, like I'm excited and energized about it every time. It's a place, I went to a very different college than Wheaton, but I could envision myself as a prospect being really excited about the opportunities at Wheaton. So selling Wheaton it just comes really natural to me. And then, beyond that, I'm just really proud of the athletes that we are able to draw here and proud of the experience we're giving. So it really transcends the field where you're wearing Wheaton on your jersey. And, for us, you kind of take a snapshot and it looks like Wheaton that day. We're trying to prove to be the better team, but really Wheaton stands for so much, and we get to represent it in a small scale on the lacrosse field. But it is something that's really exciting for me when I do think about the big picture. That's a really good question. They're asked to commit 3 hours a day, usually 2 hours on the field, and then an hour of either lifting, or if we're meeting with a sports psychologist, or if we're doing classroom kind of chalk talk. So it usually amounts to 3 hours a day. That's Monday through Thursday, because we try to be really conscientious of the fact that they're student athletes and they have a lot going on. Fridays, we tend to let it run a little longer because, what better to do than be with your team on a Friday. Same thing with Saturdays. So those can push more like a 3 to 4 hour commitment, but Monday through Thursday, we try to be really diligent about not asking more than 3 hours of their time. In the fall, we maximize what the Division III bylaws state, which you can have 16 dates. So we'll have 15 practices, and then we'll go to a tournament and play like kind of a round robin type thing where you can just be exposed to as many different Division II and III teams as possible. So, and that all fits within a 5-week window. So it's roughly 3 practices a week, in addition to like 3 lifting sessions. And then, definitely being a Division III athlete takes a lot of self-discipline because we are so limited. 16 practices is great, but we would love more. So to be competitive, the girls are definitely training and lifting on their own a lot of the time. Definitely playing club and playing in not just big tournaments but local tournaments, especially if you're a New England kid and you're looking to stay in New England for college, because I go to all the IWLCA tournaments, or one of us is there, but then we also try to hit up the smaller New England tournaments because when you go to the big ones, there aren't a lot of rocks left unturned, so sometimes we find our best players at a smaller tournament. And then I would say creating a highlight video. Some coaches love them, some coaches don't really rely on them, but the best reason to do that is that your college choices might change, and your vision and kind of what you see yourself doing can change late in the process. And if you have that video, it kind of opens things up where sometimes kids might be thinking big school or out of region, and then all of a sudden it turns into smaller schools in region. And so if you don't have any tournaments coming up, it's nice to just be able to reach out and show someone a video. Really, there's no rule that says we can't contact or initiate contact with sophomores. So what you might see from Division III coaches is like a response back, but most of the my peers, I don't think we're establishing or identifying as much in the sophomore year, because we want to kind of see how that all shakes out. We don't want to sort of spin our wheels with a sophomore only to have them commit as soon as they wrap up their sophomore year. So for us, it's best use of time if we kind of let that sort itself out. We certainly go and watch sophomores all the time, but if it's not, bring them onto campus and all those things until really fall of your junior year, and then obviously spring of your junior year, you can take official visits at Division III schools. I really like athletic kids who have played multiple sports, and because I like the idea of an athlete sort of being a late bloomer or still having a lot of space between their ceiling, because I think the demands of playing college sport are pretty intense, and you want someone who can grow and get better every single day. Is that kid's really enjoyable to coach, and it's really easy to keep them motivated. Also self-discipline, because we get 5 weeks in the fall, and then we don't see them till the start of the second semester, so end of January. For us to be successful in spring, I need to know that athletes are working just as hard away from the coaching staff as they are in front of us. And I think that's, almost imperative to being a successful Division III athlete, that you have that self-drive.